I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. Okay, this is hilarious. I have to address this. Sharpay says, Phil dropped the hard R earlier, but he says freaking instead of fucking. I don't get it. You now understand that the word retarded is not a slur? It's not. Do you know what it means to retard something? It means that it's slowed down. It's meant to not be of full speed or capacity. It means it's being held back. It's not an offensive word. Morons have made it an offensive word because they're a bunch of sissy bitches. There's nothing wrong with the word retard or retarded. It has a meaning, all right? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. We used to use that word every single day on the fucking schoolyard when I was 5 years old. It's not an offensive word. You know, there are offensive words out there. The N-word is an offensive word because it's directed at a certain group of people of a certain race in an offensive way. That's a bad word. Retard and retarded is not a bad word unless you are the biggest bitch on the planet. You should get used to it, okay? Unbelievable how dumb some people are. Okay, let me, my curtains have opened and they're right in my eyes. I can't see. Hold on. Let me ask this question then for the geniuses who think that the word retarded is a slur. So when you say mentally stunted, is that a slur too? Because I say it, everyone says mentally stunted and no one bats an eye. That's okay. But if you say the other word, I'm so offended. Why? It means exactly the same thing. Oh, so now you actually start thinking about it, you're like, oh, so there's no logic there. No, there is no logic. You're an idiot. That's correct. Okay. Big Boss did a $2 super chat. Kinder eggs have a toy in them. Don't eat it whole. Okay, I don't know if there's a Kinder egg in that box or not. I have no idea. Okay. Dentronic says that's like having to rename something that is flame retarded to make it not offensive. Actually, it's retardant, but it means basically the same thing. If something is retardant, it means that it stops something. When you say something is retarded, it means that it's not been to its full capacity. It's been slowed down. So if it's flame retardant, it stops flame. It slows down flame. Get it? But again, people are just so dumb. They take offense at anything. Why would you be offended at that? That is something that people called me when I was 5 years old. If you call me that today, I'll laugh at you and say, what are you, 5? It's not offensive. It's not meant to be offensive. There you go. Bonos Temo says, if you're saying it to actually insult a cognitively disabled person, it's a problem. But if you're saying it to a troll or a detractor, it's acceptable. No, if you say that word, retarded, all right, and you say it to someone in this regard, it means you think that they're actually mentally slow, and that's why they'd be dumb and do dumb things and say dumb things and act in a dumb way. It doesn't mean you actually believe that they have a physical condition. It's a word meaning that they are actually mentally slow, which is what the word is meant to mean. That's actually what it means. Don't you get it? I can't believe we're having this discussion that people are that dumb. Really, I just can't. You're that stupid. Wow, that's pretty impressive. No, you see, CS James, see, that's the problem. Because people misunderstand. People actually think that when I'm using the word, I'm using it as an insult. I'm not. It's a genuine descriptor. Okay? I want you to understand something. People that sit around all day on the internet, opening their phones, their laptops, their tablets, their mobile devices, going to one of my detractors' channels, watching the content that they put out every day that's illegally restreamed, that is completely out of context, purposefully over-exaggerated, defamatory, slanderous content, and they legitimately believe it is fact, and then they propagate it, and they have a community based around it, and they have friendships and relationships based around it, and they have memes, entire memes, that if someone says a word, just a single word, Wolverine toy, ooh, and that's how they react. They go just like this, ooh, Wolverine toy, I recognize that. That is not normal human behavior. That is not representative of a regular human's intelligence or behavior. That is showing signs of actual retardation, that your brain has been stunted and you're acting like that. But people don't care because they go through life acting like cows or acting like sheep, and they just go with the flow. They don't actually think for themselves. They just act stupid. And there's millions upon millions of people on planet Earth that are literally just stupid creatures that never add anything to the planet. They're just there to exist and take. They are dunces. They are just big sucks on natural resources. They're not there to be productive. They're not there to be constructive. They're not there to spread anything positive, happy, or to improve anything for anyone around them. They are just sucks. Big, vacuous existences of sucking on the positive and giving nothing back. Those are my detractors, and those are the people who watch my detractors. Do you get it? Those aren't normal people. Those aren't intelligent, sharp, savvy people who are thinking, who are actively doing something to make life better for people around them. These are just people along for the ride. I'm not saying that they're suffering from some kind of a medical condition. I'm saying their brains are stunted because they don't actually take the time to think about what they do. You get it? This is not a slur or an insult. This is a descriptor, an actual adjective to their behavior. If you're describing someone as something and it's accurate, it can't be offensive, stupid. Do you get it? It's only offensive when you use it in a way that you're trying to insult. I'm literally not trying to insult anyone. I'm telling you these people are mentally slow based on their behavior. It's a direct cause and effect. There is no intentional insult here. This is how it is. They're dumb. Get it? Oh, that's absolutely true. Sylvania says, to be fair, there's people who are pure contrarians to anything you have to say simply because they don't like you. And that's the bottom line, is they will never listen to reason. They will never listen to logic. They will never listen to fact. To them, reality is an actual fantasy they've created around their narrative and these weird cult-like group communities they have on the internet. People of like mental stuntation who act this way, and they've all grouped together. It's like blood coagulating. You know, it's pretty messed up. No, Grey Zero Taste, I had to go check out. Now I will respond. So Grey Zero Taste did a $10 Australian super chat, which is around like $6.60, something like that American. So not the top super chat, but you know, we'll add it to the leaderboard here. And he says, I watched your PSN outage video. I hope it's okay to ask, what about Game Pass? We actually addressed this for 5 months and says, based. Well, thank you, CD. You know, so, to be honest, I'm just so tired of people on the internet being so ignorant and stupid and trying to say dumb shit. Like, so you can't use words in a factual way anymore to actually describe anything because it's offensive. No, you can. You can. No, really, you can. And you need to tell people they're pussies and to grow the fuck up. To stop trying to make the entire world forbidden. What are we going to do? Burn books next? Oh, you know, any book that has that word in it, we got to burn because it's so offensive. Go fuck yourself. How about that? You want offensive? Go sit on a cactus and spin. Stop ruining our world because you're a bunch of fucking sissies and cowards and you can't live with reality, all right? All right. Mayor Charlie did a $5 super chat. He says, I'm disabled, but I'm okay with you saying the word retarded because I'm not using it in a manner that's disrespecting anyone who may have that condition. I'm using it in the word as a descriptor. It's different. I think the problem is people turned the word into a medical condition. That's not the purpose of the word. The purpose of the word means to hold back, to slow down. You know what I'm saying? That's what the word means. So if you're using it in that regard, saying someone is that, you're saying you are mentally stunted. You are actually held back mentally. They're not a normal, logical person. That's why you act in an abnormal way. Then it's being used properly. If you're trying to say they actually have that medical condition, that's different. And I've never even used it that way. That's the last thing that I even think of when I use the word, when I say the word. Okay. Oh, the update worked? Let's see. It did. Cool. All right. Let's get it working again. Uh-oh. Don't tell me it reset everything. There we go. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to be using it shortly. I got to zoom it in slightly more. There we go. That should be good. I think. We'll see. It's supposed to be auto following me. Is it? Now it is. Okay. I got it working again. Cool. It had a big another update, and this camera too has an update. Yeah, see, it's not going to work now because it updated, so I have to reselect it. Hold on, let me see if I can get it to reselect now. Okay. Oh no, he's the king of hate. He's a bigot. He's a sexist. He's a racist. He's this. He's that, which is all false. But they do that because that's how they try to get. Oh, you see, we'll use his own thing against him. And the truth is, people on this planet are very ignorant. The people on Earth will not take 5 minutes to do the research to actually find out what the moniker means, despite the fact that all the information is readily and easily available. Instead, they'll just believe the absolute worst. So the moment you hear someone being called the king of hate, think, wow, that guy must be a real hateful asshole who's just, a real disgusting person. And, no, that's actually not what it ever was, but people are too stupid to figure it out. So you have to stop using it at some point. And especially now, the modern day where everyone went woke and everything, people were definitely using it against me in very negative ways. Like I said, in 2021, that is actually how they got me kicked off of the Twitch partner program. This is how that they got my Teespring closed. This is how all of that happened because they sent them basically packaging. He has this website, thekingofhate.com. He uses the King of Hate moniker in his content. And here's some clips from 13 years ago where he said some stuff, and then they'll play the clip about, me playing Dead Space 2 demo with the stupid Nazi joke that I made, right? So there you go. And that's what got me basically kicked out of everything, despite the fact that it was all untrue. So there's no way that sadly I could continue to use the moniker, even if I used it properly and I did convince the world, of what it really meant. They, too many dumb companies out there, too many idiots. So it is what it is. Moved on positively from it. So. Okay. All right. Are we done?